let me show you how to make the brioche stitch. There's a setup row, and then you repeat the same row over and over again to create the stitch. So here's the setup row. The setup row is you've already cast on however many stitches you need. For brioche, you want to do an even number of stitches. So I've cast on 12, so it's whatever your pattern calls for. Then you're going to take your right hand needle, you're going to do a yarn over, which basically means you're going to put your needle behind the working yarn in your right hand. You're going to take the right hand needle, you're going to slip the first stitch. So here we just slip the first stitch. You're going to knit the next stitch, and with the yarn over, that's going to increase a stitch. And you're going to keep doing that through the remainder of the row. At the very beginning of the row, you're going to have a yarn over. It's going to be your first stitch, which is a little unusual. So just remember that that is correct. So now you want to do a yarn over. You're going to slip a stitch, and you're going to knit the next stitch. Yarn over, slip this next stitch, knit the stitch after that. And you're going to keep repeating this to the end of the row. So then when you come to the end of the row, and you've knit the last stitch, you're going to turn, just as you would any row, put the stitch with the needle with the stitches in your left hand. And now what you're going to do is you're going to start with a yarn over. So you're going to put your right needle behind the working yarn. You're going to slip that first stitch, and then you're going to knit the next two stitches, which is the slip stitch and the yarn over from the row before. You're going to knit those two together. So again, you're going to do a yarn over, slip the next stitch, and knit the next two stitches, the yarn over and the slip stitch from the previous row. You're going to knit those two stitches together. Yarn over, slip the next stitch, knit the next two stitches together. Yarn over, slip the next stitch, knit the following two stitches together. And you're going to repeat this for the entire row. When you come to the end of that row, you're going to turn your needle, and you're just going to keep repeating this last row over and over again. So you'll start out the row with a yarn over, you slip that first stitch, knit the next two stitches together. Yarn over, slip the next stitch, knit the next two stitches together. Yarn over, slip stitch, knit the next two stitches together. And you're just going to keep doing this for every row that you need to knit in brioche stitch. So after you've knit a few rows of brioche stitch, you'll start to see the pattern shape up. This is what the brioche stitch will look like when it's knitted up. So you see that the knit rows they're standing up a bit more. The sort of knit but not knit rows are sitting back a little bit more. So it's a much more textured material, and it's also fully reversible. So it'll look the same on the back as it does on the front. So it's kind of a good choice for when you need a reversible fabric, like a cowl or a scarf or something like that. And that is the brioche stitch.